Ahab and Jezebel. What was their relationship? Was Jezebel a good or bad person? Remember that Jezebel was a foreigner that worshipped foreign gods. Ahab was easily manipulated and influenced by her. You know how sometimes your friends can influence you to do things you normally wouldn't do? Well, that's kind of what happened to Ahab. Except Jezebel wasn't his friend, she was actually his wife. And she wasn't just any woman either, she was the queen of Israel. And she led Israel into worshipping a false god named Baal, instead of the one true God. Jezebel was really into idol worship, and she wanted everyone in Israel to be into it, too. But not everyone was as weak as Ahab. Many people opposed Jezebel and her ways, especially a prophet named Elijah. One day Elijah confronted Ahab and told him, "As the Lord, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, I send you this message. I will soon turn your descendants away from this generation as I turned the offspring of Eliezer from following after their fathers, leaving them a nation without a male heir." Then Elijah was afraid. You see, Jezebel didn't take kindly to people opposing her, and when she heard what Elijah said to Ahab, she was furious. She sent a messenger to Elijah saying, "So you've had it out for me, you man of God, because you're telling my master, the king, that he won't have any children. If my gods don't get you by sundown tomorrow, I'll come get you myself." But let's go back a few chapters. In 1 Kings, chapter 21, we read about Naboth. He owned a vineyard near Ahab's palace. But Ahab wanted Naboth's vineyard for a vegetable garden, so he offered to buy it. But Naboth refused to sell it. Jezebel, however, was not going to let this stand in their way. So she wrote a letter in Ahab's name and sent it to the elders and nobles of the city where Naboth lived. They followed her instructions and murdered Naboth, then took possession of his vineyard and sold it to Ahab for a paltry sum, meaning they basically stole the vineyard from Naboth's heirs. This is one of the reasons why Jezebel is often used as a symbol of cruelty in the Bible. Now, if you think that's bad, just wait until we tell you how she and Ahab died. But before we get to that, we want to thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. When Elijah heard that Naboth had been put to death, he was furious. He went to confront Jezebel, but she responded by threatening his life. So Elijah ran for his life. He traveled to Beersheba in Judah and left there a little while later. He asked God to take his life because he was tired of living, but God told him he couldn't do that because he still had work for him to do. After Elijah finished his work, he was taken up to God in a whirlwind. Ahab, on the other hand, wasn't so lucky. Jehu, who was a man of God, came to Ahab's palace and told him, "You have held my life dear in the sight of the Lord Almighty. Therefore I will not give your offspring a chance to escape by keeping any alive. Whether from Ahab or from Jezebel in Israel, I will utterly cut off those who are in Samaria." Meaning God told Jehu to annihilate Ahab's entire family. And that's exactly what he did. Both Jezebel and Ahab suffered horrible and painful deaths, and they had no one else to blame but themselves. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you liked it, hit that like button and subscribe. We'll see you next time.